the ongoing battle against welfare fraud, department inspectors target certain businesses. In this case, it was a clothes recycling facility. This premises is leased to the company running the operation. The raids can be chaotic and fraught with difficulties for the inspectors. Like the two workers running away to avoid detection. They didn't get very far.
Get them. Get them here. Give them a hand, lads, up there. Did you get them? Yeah.
Your name is?
The majority of staff are migrant workers, which causes identification confusion.
Second name, please.
The situation is made all the more difficult by the lack of company records.
That one, he just brought his passport. So I was supposed to have sent it across to the accountant, but I traveled, so I just came back on.
So there's two on trial?
I think there is another boy, a black boy, on trial.
Who's he?
What did he say his name is? I've not actually gotten his paper. Like this guy now.
Okay, just from here, point out who's new. We had allegations that there were a number of people employed by this company who are potentially on social welfare payments and working here at the same time.
How many people are employed here?
On today, we have taken statements from 13 people.
How many of those was there issue in relation to social welfare being questioned?
Well, we have issues in relation to 5. The other thing we will be doing is we'll be coming back to visit the employer just in terms of a full audit with them.
Primetime has evidence which shows there is a problem with the growing number of people acquiring and using false PPS numbers. Once they get their hands on a number, they have access to a whole range of services. We came across at least 5 cases where EU nationals who were going home rented or loaned their PPS numbers to non-EU nationals living here. This meant the non-EU national could get a job under the assumed name. At the same time, they could claim social welfare under their own name or their partner's name. One such case is Morris Agbawera from Castlebar. When he came to Ireland, he rented the PPS number of an EU citizen who was going home. Using this identity, he got a job in a local factory. We spoke to Mr. Agbawera about this.
How did you manage to get somebody else's identity?
My friend was here, and he wanted to move back to England.
He was an English person, was he?
No, Dutch nationality, yeah.
Right, Dutch?
Yeah, Dutch.
Okay, and he had a PPS number. You were working under his identity?
Yeah, just his PPS number.
And did you have an arrangement with him?
He said, with this you can get a job, and if you get a job, you give me €100 a week.
And for a year, when you were going into the factory and collecting your wages, you didn't know that was illegal?
Yeah.
But you were also claiming social welfare under your own name?
I wasn't claiming, my wife was claiming.
Your wife was claiming, but she said that you weren't working?
Yeah, she went and said, okay, my husband is not working.
But you were working?
Yeah, I was working, yeah.
So basically, between the two of you, you were defrauding the system?
I didn't know that was defraud, honestly. I didn't know.
You didn't know that that was defrauding the system?
No.
But you defrauded the Irish taxpayer of €17,000.
17,000
euro?
No.
But you agreed you were going to pay the €17,000 back?
Yeah, honestly, I feel sorry. I feel sorry, I feel guilty. I said that in court as well. I feel guilty. And that's why I said in court, I said, I feel sorry for what I did, and I'm willing to pay back the money back.
Are you going to pay that money back?
How will I pay the money back?
No, I don't know. I'm only asking you.
That's what I'm saying.
Are you paying the money back?
How will I pay the money back?
There is an element of sophistication around that type of fraud. So obviously there is a network there. People, are becoming familiar with the fact that this can work for them.
In 2001, Ishla Aramidi and his wife came to Ireland. They settled in County Mayo. Just like Morris Agbawera, Ishla Aramidi rented a PPS number from another immigrant who was going home. Using the false identity, he got a job, and every week he paid a percentage of his wage to the owner of the number. At the same time, he got a PPS number in his own name. Using this, he applied for and got social welfare payments. Over an 18-month period, Aramidi fraudulently claimed more than €33,000 in benefits. We called to his house to talk to him about this.
Ishla.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, hi. My name is Paul Maguire from Primetime in RTE Television.
Right.
We're making a programme in relation to social welfare, and I just wanted to talk to you about your particular case for a few minutes on the record, please.
Sorry, I won't be able to.
I just wanted to ask you a few questions just in relation to the fact that you were claiming €32,000 fraudulently from the social welfare. Do you have anything to say, Ishla?
As we discovered, this scam is not confined to just one region of the country. In fact, there are quite a few similarities in a series of cases we examined in the Dublin region. Our investigation shows a number of Algerian nationals are using PPS numbers owned by Italian nationals who were working here up to recently. Crimo Bucabus claimed job seekers allowance for 5 years. He made the claim using his own PPS number. However, at the same time, he was working in Dunn Stores in the Swan Centre in Rathmines under a different identity. He worked under the name of an Italian national who once lived and worked here, but who subsequently returned to Italy. Last month, Dublin District Court was told Bucabus fraudulently claimed more than €23,000 in welfare payments. We spoke to him after his court hearing.
Why were you working and claiming social welfare at the same time?
The court heard how, after being caught, Bucabus reapplied for welfare assistance. He is currently in receipt of €204 per week under the Job Seekers Allowance Scheme. 57-year-old Sejfulla Haisa from Mount Argus in Dublin came to Ireland as an asylum seeker in the late 90s. In 2000, using another person's identity and PPS number, he got a job in the Ashling Hotel. He was eventually granted Irish citizenship, and in 2002 he applied to the Department of Social Welfare for a disability payment. He claimed he was unable to work because of long-term illness. His application was successful. For the next 5 years he worked under the false identity and claimed welfare payments under his own identity. A subsequent investigation by the department found he claimed in excess of €60,000 he was not entitled to. In court last month, Haisa was ordered to repay €10,000 to the department by January next, or face the prospect of a jail sentence.
Hi, my name is Paul Maguire from RTE Television. We're making a programme about social welfare fraud. Could you answer some questions? Just tell us why you defrauded the Irish taxpayer of €60,000. Will you talk to us, Mr. Haisa? Mr. Haisa, can you tell me why you got €60,000 from the Irish taxpayer?
The court was told Haisa is still receiving disability benefit of €320 a week for himself and his wife. The total defrauded in those 4 cases from Mayo and Dublin was €132,000. Of much greater concern is the fact that every district court is dealing with an increasing number of similar cases every month. There are growing concerns that the increasing number of migrant workers leaving Ireland will make it easier for those trying to defraud the system to get a second identity. To test this, we set out to see if it was possible to get a P45 belonging to somebody else.
Thanks.
Half a dozen calls, and just 3 days later we met an individual who provided us with a legitimate P45. It belonged to a migrant worker who lost his job here and had returned home. With this P45, anyone could get a job under the assumed identity, leaving them free to claim welfare payments under their own PPS number.